directed at a fat fuck named PPP. Now, I'm tired of this motherfucker every week doing live shows trying to tell me about Ethan Ralph and Nick Fuentes. Everything they've done that weekend. Nobody cares, okay? It's over. It's done. Being an East Leb is not for you. You fat, disgusting lesbian, Lord Gargling, Hypernova Kirby, Planet, the new Boogie 2988, pretending to be in fucking poverty, E-beggar, freezing to death, acting as if you have the moral high ground, unemployed, pretending to be better than the people you talk about. Now, I know a lot of you are going to call me a bully, but guess what? I am. But I don't like seeing people like Ashton, people like Worski, try and grift, try and make a living out of talking badly about others on the internet. It needs to stop. You need to go out, work hard, lose weight, and get a job. If you don't like what the fuck I'm saying, then fuck you.
He's trying. Bless him. Poor guy's trying his best to step up. Who else is there? Apart from this man. Violating every rule in the book of the Kino Dogbo 2007. Jump cuts. A script. Unable to form a sentence past 2 lines. But he's trying. He's trying. Maybe in another 10 years he'll just be about there. Maybe. Today's one is a very special one, folks. It's the 8,000 subscriber special.
Like me, I'm a guy who's like...
It's the 8,000 subscriber special, folks. Jim Sterling, king of our times, antediluvian king, you might say, has been hemorrhaging subscribers ever since he trooned up. Ever since he flew back to England and decided to just fully troon up. Jim Sterling has been hemorrhaging those subscribers. At one point, he was going to be at 1 million subs. He might have even surpassed 1 million subs. Alas. When you go woke, you go broke, and no truer is it with Jim Sterling. Unbelievably, he's hemorrhaged even more subscribers to the point where he's had to do an 800,000 subscriber special, folks. It's a Godwinson news alert. You might remember Jim Sterling from such reviews as... You might recall Jim Sterling from such fine works as... You might even remember his distinguished career as... But this is your ultimate endpoint, Jim Sterling. And here I am, ready to mark the final passing point into internet's obscurity. Welcome, join the club, because all you'll be remembered by is me and Josh and a few of the other autists that still have some sort of recognition of your name from way back when you were on The Escapist. So this warrants very special coverage purely because this is the first frame of the video. This is the first frame of that video. Now, instantly, you might be thinking, what the fuck? Jahans and Surfer have had sexual intercourse and produced this. You wouldn't be wrong for thinking that, especially when I press play and you hear them both mixed into one being, clad in a Muppets t-shirt. I'm going to turn off these subs because I had to watch it with the subtitles purely because I was mystified. I needed a transcript to follow. But this is the under 800,000 subscriber special, the Jimquisition. People are saying he looks like a Reddit mod. I don't know, folks. I'm pretty sure this is like the Surfer Jahan's homunculus that's been fucked into existence on some weird drug-addled night. That's what I think. But let's have a look, shall we? Let's see what Jim Sterling has to say.
Believe that the universe, in its majesty, will one day reach an apex and begin to rapidly shrink, recede, and fall in on
Like your
itself
hairline.
back to a single origin point of pure energy and of pure nothing. Now, as the most important and central thing in the universe, it only stands to reason that the career of James Stephanie Sterling would follow.
I mean, even he doesn't sound convinced. When he has to say that distortion of words, that distortion of phraseology, James Stephanie Sterling, even the guy's not convinced here. Even Jim Sterling's ultimate Discord mod is not convinced by that statement. Let's hear that again.
Same trajectory. Sterling, as the most important and central thing in the universe, it only stands to reason that the career of James Stephanie Sterling would follow.
But did you see that micro smirk? Did you see that micro smirk there as he says it? As he says the whole homunculus's name?
It only stands to reason that the career of James Stephanie Sterling would...
There's like a tilt of the lip. He's not convinced, folks. He X's to doubt. He X's to doubt on that terminology. James Stephanie Sterling. Does this look like a face that's convinced to you? He's giving it the hard sell. What could I say?
Would follow that same trajectory. And it's with that in mind, I want to offer my most heartfelt congratulations to Steph on their latest subscriber milestone. Subscriber milestones are an incredible achievement for anyone, but so few have the talent, the skill, the tenacity, and the sheer raw power to achieve the same milestones twice. And I know I stand with the entire Jimquisition community when I offer Steph the best of luck on their spiraling plummet.
Like, can anyone tell me, right? What the fuck is this? What is that? Enhance. What is that? A fox? Is that a sexualized drawing of a fox? What is that, folks? It seems incredibly sus to me, is all I can say.
Journey back down to that zero. And know, Steph, that with every subscriber lost, with every day of audience member shrinkage, your power condenses back down to that single, unfathomable point of energy. And on the day that happens, on the day you hit that zero, you will ascend to your final form, and the universe will know its place and fear you.
People are asking, what kind of cope is this? This, folks, is a galactic cope. This, you might say, is a universe cope. Jim Sterling has wheeled out some guy in his Discord who calls himself a scientist to give a science cope on how it's all based that Jim Sterling is hemorrhaging subscribers. Jim Sterling was expecting this guy to come out in like a lab coat or some shit. Dr. Insano tier. Alas, all he got was this Jahan surfer abortion in a Muppet shirt with his furry art OC barely poking out of frame in a secret lab's fucking chair that he spent thousands of his mum's money on. Sat in front of this crumb-strewn, cum-stain-infested desk. It's the Jimquisition. I wanted to get this bit in, because he says, "Thank God for you," and it sends a shiver down my spine.
Final form, and the universe will know its place and fear you. They will all fear you. Thank God for you. Thank God.
Can we, for a moment, just analyse the psychology behind that? Behind what the fuck that was? Jim Sterling wrote a script for one of his scientists in his Discord to read aloud for his 800,000 subscriber special. In that script, Jim Sterling pens the words, "The universe will fear me. They will all bow to me. They will all fear me one day. Thank God for me. Thank God." That sounds psychotic. That's the psychological motivations behind this. Just deranged psychosis. Because you, evil Nazi, AAA gamer, Ubisoft, you will one day bow to James Stephanie Sterling. One day, you will feel the heel of the boot, and you won't be allowed to live in Jim Sterling's utopia. But let's see where he goes with the show. He's even trooned out the logo. He's even trooned out his own logo. This logo used to be somewhat appealing. Now it literally has transitioned. Fucking hell. Can we just take a moment? Can we just take a moment? Can we just have a... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So, he's wearing a dog collar. Like, that's an actual dog collar you'd put on, like, a Jack Russell or some shit. He's got a large sausage in his hands. He's dressed like a prostitute. I mean, whatever this is on his eyes, I mean, what the fuck? Looks like a raccoon or something. He's got, I think this is Zant from Twilight Princess, but it's massive. It's about as big as him. That must have cost hundreds, if not thousands of pounds of your hard-earned money. He's got this. I don't know what that is, but that also looks like a painting that's been trooned out. And he stands pensively, holding the sausage. And you think, how far we've come from just a standard video game review. How far we've come from just the guy every Monday uploading his thoughts on gaming, reviewing the latest release, giving some contrarian take. You just think how far we've come, folks. He's wearing a dog collar.
Here's a TV that looks like an apple.
Oh, joy of joys, it's that time again. It's time to celebrate another milestone of loss. Not lost.j.
Now, this Godzilla pinball machine, if you've been watching Jim Sterling's videos since he trooned out, he actually spent a great wealth of money on this Godzilla pinball machine, and it's based on that Godzilla with Matthew Broderick in. It's his prized possession. It baffles me. A man with so much possessions, who prizes stuff where he doesn't even take it out of the box, is just so blasé about his own penis that he's willing to cut it off. It amazes me that a man who keeps things in, like, cellophane wrapping for, like, decades at a time just has no duty of care towards his own manhood.
Like only yesterday that we were celebrating our sub count dipping below 900,000, but here we are, another 100k in the hole, and I am delighted, excited to talk to you all about it along.
Now, does he look like he's delighted? Or does he look like he's made himself up with so much slap to try and hide his so obvious apparent seeth? Because it's irony. Look, we're going all the way to the bottom, ha ha ha. No. This is a guy who realises he's no longer going to be able to buy pinball machines from the 90s in perfect mint condition. He realises he's not going to be able to buy 7-foot-tall Zant statues and that. And is that Mysterio? A Sonic? This is a guy who realises the writing is on the wall. This might even be his last meal if he doesn't shove it up somewhere where the sun doesn't belong. How old is he? 40? I don't know. He's sort of ageless, isn't he? It's Jim Sterling, folks. Is there seethe apparent? Press 1. Press 2 if there is no seethe. And this is pure irony. Unfortunately, Jim, I'm seeing a lot of 1s. No much pruning out. No much stealing of the prostitute's makeup. No much wearing of the dog collar in this weird fucking corset thing you've got on. Is hiding the seethe.
With some special celebrity well wishes. So please, sit down, get comfy, shut the fuck up.
Shut up, Nazi!
Enjoy.
Shut up, you
Hello,
sex
I just
abuser.
wanted to say massive...
Now he's even got Ashens on his shit-stained sofa to come out and play ball. He's even got Ashens. Old man Ashens. Ashens, the 70-year-old man, still buying junk from Poundland and reviewing it on his shit-stained couch. He's even got Ashens there to hold the line. Is Ashens gonna make it? This is a man who goes to Poundland and every time he's in real risk of being mugged. Real risk of... I mean, this guy is probably the highest baller that rolls into Poundland. He goes straight for the cheapest tat possible. They all know him by name and reputation. He expects not to pay for it because he's a big-name YouTuber. But this is a man who's stealing the all-day breakfasts in a tin from Poundland and reviewing it on a sofa. The state of fucking England, folks.
Congratulations for finally getting below 800,000 subscribers.
Fucking hell. His hands now give away the poor man's age. He's got fucking Crypt Keeper hands right here. That's awful, isn't it? Poor Ashens. Old man Ashens has to be wheeled out to defend Jim Sterling pruning out. I never thought I'd see the day.
Something that so few people have managed to achieve. I mean, like loads of people have less than 800,000 subscribers, like the vast majority of people on the site. I mean, people who had far more subscribers getting down to that level, that...
Maybe if I include Ashens in the video, I'll go back up to 1 million. Triple A, Konami. I don't think it worked, folks, by the way. I think he actually lost more. He actually lost more, bless him. Maybe it's because you're hashtagging your video game reviews videos with hashtag trans, hashtag games, hashtag transphobia. Maybe the hashtag games should be first and foremost. Maybe the other 2 hashtags should be something video game related. Maybe that's what it's about. Let's hear the old man go.
That's where... Look, you know what I mean. Congratulations. It's been a hard slog,
Congratulations, Jim Sterling. Congratulations there.
I think it's been worth it. I wanted to finish this by bringing in a bit of 90s Godzilla movie tat, but all I've got is an action figure of Hank Azaria that looks more like John Krasinski, and I don't know where it is, so I drew this picture of Boglin instead.
That's your low-effort tribute from Ashens. Ashens couldn't even be fucking bothered to make his way down to Home Bargains, to Pound Stretcher, to B&M, and get a cheap-ass dinosaur to review and pretend it was Godzilla. All you got, Jim Sterling, was a literal post-it note that the guy has scribbled with felt-tip pen. He's even spelt Boglin wrong, but he couldn't be asked to waste another post-it note on your ass. That's truly like a height of respect, isn't it? Ashens might as well just take a big fucking dump and serve that as a tribute for you on your 800,000 subscriber special. Is this a tribute to another man? You openly tell the audience you can't be asked to go to Pound Stretcher, something that's on your daily list of things to do, and buy a tatty dinosaur to review. In tribute to Jim Sterling, no. Instead, you write on a post-it note, a boglin, but you misspell boglin. Insert the I in, but you don't give a shit to write it again. You draw something that's barely even an attempt at a boglin. A blind, deaf, dumb mute with no hands could draw a better boglin. But this is your tribute, Jim Sterling. There you go. And that's all you get. That's literally Ashens'
figure of Hank Azaria that looks more like John Krasinski, and I don't know where it is, so I drew this picture of Boglin instead.
They said it couldn't be done. They said I couldn't lose another 100,000 subscribers.
No one in the world, Jim Sterling, said that you couldn't lose another 100,000 subscribers. A great many of us thought you'd lose them at a slower rate, quite frankly. But no one in the world said you'd be back to where you were. We all knew the writing was on the wall. We all knew this was coming. Because your videos, and as this video is, it's the same old shit. On a loop. Forever. Capitalism is evil. You're a Nazi.
Part of a soft-link that started
Bobby
on
cut
literally
it.
the same day I publicly came out as trans femme. Well, I mean, they did say I could lose them all. In fact, a lot of them have been gleefully looking forward to it. But anyway, here we are, the under 800,000 subscriber special, a truly momentous milestone that by this point must surely take us into phenomena territory, right? I thought I must be in line for a medal once I reached an impending 10-year anniversary of publishing.
See, what relevance does this man have, including the Final Fantasy VIII footage over his commentary at this point? What does this have to do with him saying that he's losing subscribers because of his transphobes, evil Nazis, because he trooned out? What does this have to do with any of that? And if you want an insight into the man's character, because he records all of his own Let's Play footage, he's got the cheats on, he's got the max damage on here, and he's got the ×3 on. Which is just pathetic. Truly fucking pathetic. I'm a gamer. Bullshit. What is that? That is a mark of shame. 2 marks of shame.
The YouTube show every week without fail for 10 whole years, but steadily losing 1,000.
Halo is a pretty cool guy. He realised, yes, you don't have to fight anything in this game. You can reach the end of the game at like level 1 or level 10 because the enemies scale with you. But here he is grinding on a game you don't have to grind for. Not only with max damage on, but also at ×3. Pathetic. Truly fucking pathetic.
2,000 subscribers a week, almost consistently since January 2021. Where's my world record? Why aren't I in a book? I get a trophy for this, right? When you break it down, phenomena truly is the
You do get a trophy, and this is your trophy, Jim Sterling. If I could present you with the gravestone myself, with your name chiseled in, I absolutely would. Alas, me approaching would get cries and yells of Nazi approaching the building, gamer approaching the building, ah! And you'd probably belly flop on me and break my spine like you did that female wrestler back in America, which is why you ran away.
I should get a goddamn parade for this shit. There's many things I've accomplished in my time as a media critic, many trails I blazed. I was at the forefront of the loot box debate. I've coined terms...
He was at the forefront of the loot box debate, and he coined terms like asset flip. No. No, Jim. You didn't actually contribute shit to video gaming history. You actually... You are like a sideshow, a carnival freak show to the game industry. Any decent game that comes out, you call it shit. Any crap garbage that your indie friends put out, you call it a 10 out of 10 game of the year. You going at the loot box craze was you jumping a bandwagon. You calling something an asset flip and combing through hundreds of thousands of Steam store asset flips to try and present yourself as a king didn't contribute anything. I thought you'd have been ashamed of your digital homicide past where you used to dress as a Nazi, but I don't know. How you've managed to cope and justify and reconcile your past with what you are now, I don't know. And this is supposed to be continuity? You playing Final Fantasy VIII is supposed to bridge the gap between who you used to be and this abomination that you are now? It fails me.
I was at the forefront of the loot box debate.
No, you weren't.
I coined terms that entered the public lexicon.
No, you
Points
didn't.
of argument I first put forth are cited in discussions to this day.
Arguments I put forth are cited in discussions to this day. Right, are you ready for this insightful takedown of capitalism? This might blow your mind, folks. This isn't entry-level GCSE BTEC tier understanding of political dynamics and economic philosophy. No, this is gonna blow your mind. Are you ready? You might not be able to handle this ultimate red pill. Companies don't want to make money. They want to make all of the money. Whoa. Whoa. This is why you'll see layoffs and cutbacks no matter how successful a company is. My mind is blown. Genuinely, I haven't felt this shocked since I read Heidegger's Being and Time. Quite frankly, like I am blown away. The more they make, this is the companies, the more they expect, and they'll gut anyone to get it. Oh my God. Holy shit. Is this the world we live in? Hey, I need to remember to cite Commander Stephanie Sterling in any academic research paper I write on the evils of capitalism. No, I do anyway. But the evils of capitalism that I cite Jim Stephanie Sterling as is him himself. Without capitalism, we wouldn't have Jim Sterling. And we wouldn't have that great evil in the world surrounded by his Godzilla pinball machines. His boglins. Without Jim Sterling propping up capitalism, we wouldn't have Jim Sterling. We wouldn't even have capitalism. Thank God for capitalism.
Five Nights at Freddy's was essentially my fault, and I'm sorry for that. I invented the word chungus. God, I really should have trademarked that shit before Warner Brothers started milking it to bloody death for profit. Anyway.
Warner Brothers betrayed me. This man is seriously going to sit there, liar, charlatan, hack fraud, and say that he invented the word chungus. Like, bruh, can we not? Can we not just blatantly tell lies and piss and moan at Warner Brothers for not paying you millions in royalties for what you rightly deserve? He's got a lobster here. Where's he going to go with this? I don't know what this is, actually. It's like a lobster that, again, has trooned out.
Right. As I was saying, I've done a lot in my long career, but my nadir may very well be the pinnacle.
Congratulations to Stephanie Sterling for finally...
I'm sorry if I've just killed you all with heart attacks. That was a jump scare if ever there was one. that was truly a jump scare if ever there were one. I knew that was coming, but alas. Let's just go back to the transition point. So, trigger warning, folks.
As I was saying, I've done a lot in my long career, but my nadir may very well be the pinnacle.
Ah!
Hell yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't have done it without help, of course, from the beloved unsubscribers who took us to this moment. And really, who can say when this train finally derails? It's been going...
Don't you hate this style of editing, by the way? I thought this editing died when the character of Jim Sterling died. I said train, therefore let's get a train in the video. I thought that died, but it's an applause. Let's get applause in the... It's garbage. It's shit. It lacks creativity.
Who can say when this train finally derails? It's been going strong, and ultimately, I don't know why the people who have obsessively stalked me ever...
You've all obsessively stalked me. No one on God's green earth has obsessively stalked Jim Sterling. Not one person. The only person that's obsessively stalking Jim Sterling is the hand of death itself. Is his own mortality. Is a constant shame and regret at what the guy has done to himself.
Since I came out, haven't taken credit for it. In fact, they seem genuinely offended at the suggestion. I gave the praise where the praise was due. The consistent pattern of sub losses per episode literally started the very day.
By the way, can we just sit and appreciate the Jimquisition is a weekly, on a Monday, discussion from Jim Sterling, video game reviewer of The Escapist, talking about the state of the video games industry that week. Sort of rounds up the previous week, gives the Jimquisition. Not one mention of video games, just Final Fantasy VIII B-roll, where he's got all of the cheats enabled. And yet more pissing and moaning about transphobia and capitalism. And his own sub count dwindling. I mean, so he's losing, literally, so on a Monday, this is every time he uploads, right, he loses 1,000 subs. It's tough. Truly fucking horrendous. But maybe that tells you something. Because I guarantee you, folks, we live in the space year 2023, where it's okay for Jim Sterling to walk around dressed as he is. Dressed like that. It's actually okay, apparently, to walk around the streets like this. No one's gonna lynch you. No one's gonna behead you. No one's gonna say shit. No one's gonna do shit. Because it's 2023. But we're expected to believe that each one of these 1,000 subscribers is an evil Nazi that was subscribed to Jim Sterling purely because they wanted Nazi rhetoric in their video game reviews. Nuh-uh. That is not the case at all. Nuh-uh. Not even slightly. These people are all unsubscribing because they subscribed for a weekly video game show where you talked about the video game industry in a sane, up-to-date, coherent way. These thousands of people didn't want every single time you uploaded to hear you bullshit about your B-Tech and capitalism, about how the world is evil to you, about how it's so awful being trans. No one made you be trans in the video game community, Jim. No one could give a shit, quite frankly. They're just tired of hearing the same old shit day in, day out. 100,000 Nazis were subscribed to Jim Sterling? Is that really what we're supposed to believe? 100,000 transphobes, AAA gamers were subscribed to Jim Sterling? Is that really what we're supposed to believe? When the man has always been a beacon of degeneracy to begin with? When the man's own viewership is literally this man? We're supposed to believe that the 800,000 subscribers that compose Jim Sterling's fan base don't all look like this? They're all evil, transphobes. No, it's just because people are sick of your shit, Jim. They've just had enough.
Our last sub-special, I theorised that maybe, just maybe, my coming out in front of a crowd of mostly gamers might have been related to that crowd slowly fucking up. I mean...
You're evil. Why are you so bothered by my transism? Why are you so bothered by my transism? Well, no one's really bothered. But when you keep saying, why are you so bothered about my transism? And keep doing shit like this.
Maybe.
Why are you so bothered?
In front of a crowd of mostly gamers might have been related to that crowd.
Your fan base is like, we don't give a shit, Jim. You can do what you like. You're Jim Sterling. You know, you've literally been a cuckold in your wife's basement with a guy called Justin who edits your videos for the past 14 years. We could give two... You're not our moral bastion, Jim Sterling. You're not going to lead us, young Western men, to salvation. No. We're bothered because you keep saying the same old shit. And you keep using your boring content any criticisms towards your boring, same old shit content is written off as, you hate me because I wear a dog collar and a wig and a bra.
Slowly fucking up. I mean, the gamer bros who are attracted to videos saying EA bad every week don't exactly have a track record of positive attitudes towards trans visibility, be it a trans person in games media or a trans character in a video game itself. Yet, even while someone is misgendering you in their protests, should you say they're a transphobe, they'll become incredibly insulted. This is because, as any one of us...
I wonder why people get insulted when they hurl legitimate criticisms at how your videos are stale, how your talking points are shit. You literally give a B-Tech philosophy of your understanding of things and present them in your videos for half an hour every Monday without any video game insight at all, apart from talking about sex abuse and crunch and not giving any review or qualitative insight into what you're reviewing at all. But no. Anyone who says these things and hurls these criticisms is just a transphobe. No wonder people are insulted. When you're a fat fuck that won't take advice, put your fingers in your ears and yell that everyone's a Nazi, then maybe this is what you deserve, Jim Sterling.
With this experience can tell you, the accusation of transphobia is treated as more offensive than the actual transphobia.
Hi, Stephanie. It's your good friend, Simon Miller here, the bald a-hole.
He goes on, can we just take a moment? Can we just take a moment? This guy goes by the moniker online of bald a-hole. Now, either that's like an indicator that the guy has no self-esteem at all. It's like some irony post. Or it's an insight into his own creativity. I'll just call myself exactly what I am.
Phobia.
A bald asshole.
Hi, Stephanie. It's your good friend, Simon Miller here, the bald a-hole.
So we've had a litany of people paying tribute at the temple of Jim Sterling. We've had Jahans's surfer's fuck baby thrown in the bin abortion, grown up, giving us a science lecture on how we should fear Jim Sterling. We've had Ashens, old man Ashens, on his way back from Poundland, giving tribute to Jim Sterling from a shit-stained couch. We've had a random jump scare tranny number 5. And now we've got a literal bald a-hole that no one's ever heard of laying tribute at the temple.
The actual transphobia.
Hi, Stephanie. It's your good friend, Simon Miller here, the bald a-hole. And I just wanted to say congratulations on being under 800,000 subs. Nobody could have done it like you. I knew you could do it. I'm so proud of you, and I have no doubt that soon you'll be under 700, 600, 500, until you get to that magical 0 figure. So,
yeah, none of us have any doubt of that fact being spat out by the bald a-hole. Someone says bald a-hole salutes with the wrong hand. It's tough.
Friend, keep smashing it, keep being you, keep believing, keep kicking all the ass, and I'll be by your side every step of the way.
Yeah, bald a-hole's going to be by your side every step of the way with a 10-second video filmed on his mobile phone where he couldn't even hold it to the correct ratio. Yeah, bald a-hole's really going to hold the line with you, just as Ashens is. With that post-it note. A real mark of fucking disrespect, if ever I've seen one.
Quite taboo to suggest the video game community has a queerphobia problem, despite the years of harassment of LGBTQ+ people and the angry tantrums over games being too political by...
No, video games community filled with transphobes. Okay, I understand. But what relevance does that have to do with Final Fantasy VIII footage? What relevance at all? Apart from pandering to an audience that used to watch you for your video game reviews? Does he expect them not to listen? Does he think that the audience are just like watching on mute and not hearing his commentary? Ah, yes, it's a Jim Sterling review. Ah, there he is reviewing Final Fantasy VIII. Hang on, let me turn away from whatever the fuck I was doing and just turn up the sound and listen to what he's saying.
Of LGBTQ+ people and the angry tantrums over games being too political by daring to include a trans character. I mean,
What the fuck is that? What is that, folks? What is this? Can anyone explain?
And I don't know what other conclusion can be drawn when, say, I wrote the Vampire Survivors bestiary, which indicated that playable characters...
I wrote the Vampire Survivors bestiary! No one cares. No one gives a flying fuck. Vampire Survivors? Literal garbage. Like a mobile phone shovelware game that plays itself. But Jim Sterling wrote the bestiary that no one will ever read. No one will ever fucking read. And he's therefore answered who this is. This is some video game character that Jim Sterling has written the bestiary for. Go out and buy Vampires... No, actually don't. Save your money. Spend it on anything else. If you've got a heroin problem or a booze problem, spend it on that instead. It'll bring you more joy.
Giovanna was trans, and within an hour of its launch, a mod had been created and distributed that removed the bestiary entry and replaced it with transphobic trolling instead.
Transphobic trolling!
After claiming Vampire Survivors of all things had gotten too political over the most minor of LGBTQ+ inclusion, the suggestion that any of these people have a problem with gender identity angers them almost as much as seeing someone's pronouns listed in their Twitter bio. Honestly, though, these people revel in hurling slurs from behind burner accounts all day.
You revel in hurling slurs behind burner accounts all day! Okay, let's do this, shall we? Lobototomate plutocrate. Christian name? The name your daddy gave you? Or a burner account? Redacted _ the name your daddy gave you or your burner account. If you don't know, I'm juxtaposing what he's just said with his actual fan base. Osimosaurus, the name your daddy gave you or a burner account. And he's even quoted the onerous quote of, "One day they will all fear you." I'm terrified of Steph. Now, how bad is it going to get when they unveil their final form? Jesus. They're afraid of him. Justified. The name your daddy gave you or a burner account? Troll Dad Gaming. The name your daddy gave you or a burner account? Whatever the fuck. There's no difference, folks. There's no fucking difference. Lilith Lemastus. Lilith the Mastus. The name your daddy gave you or a burner account, Jim? It's a true name. I think you've got it in one.
Identity angers them almost as much as seeing someone's pronouns listed in their Twitter bio. Honestly, though, these people revel in hurling slurs from behind burner accounts all day. I have no idea why they wouldn't want to take credit for this. For the past 2 years, I've been accused of coming out for the good of my career.
What is that? For the past 2 years, I've been accused of coming out for the good of my career. I don't know, Jim. I don't think anyone would have said that what you are now is a sound financial move. I think it's right up there with the biggest business fails of the century. Up there with Warski and Ashton going into business. You tuning out, the board meeting said no. That ain't gonna rake it in, I'm afraid. That's actually quite retarded. But you all said I did it to make money. And can we just clarify, this guy ain't on the breadline. Not even slightly. It's literally out there buying 7-foot-tall Zant statues. Mint-condition pinball machines. He's got enough expendable income to pay Ashens, bald a-hole, and hire a scientist that looks like a Jahanic surfer clone to do tributes for him. He's on the breadline. He's buying every single AAA release just so he can call it transphobic. He's really on the breadline, folks.
It's a common thing trans people are accused of all the time, despite stats showing how regularly they get fired from their jobs after coming out and how hard it is to find work otherwise. You'd think, then, that there'd be a celebration over my...
So, okay, right. Can we just... Let's get into this. I don't give a shit. When you go trans, you get fired from your job. Okay, that's fine. But that don't apply to you, Jim, because you never had a job to begin with. You didn't have a job to get fired from, bro. But the reality is, when you go trans, you're actually fucking secure in that job, aren't you? You're in that job for life. Because the HR department's too afraid to fire your ass.
Transition essentially costing me the entire viability of my own YouTube channel. Like I said on the previous special, what a hell of an...
The entire viability of my YouTube channel. A guy's sitting on fucking 800,000 subs. My YouTube channel is ruined. I'm poor. I have nothing. No one watches me. Guy has 800,000 subs, 165,000 people watching him. I'm penniless. I have nothing. The entire viability of my YouTube channel is gone. What? What charlatanism, folks? With one hand, he says he has nothing. With another hand, he takes it all.
Fucking gold that is. Frankly, I consider that a freebie.
Sorry. They take it all. She takes it all. It takes it all. Apologies.
For anybody who wants to laugh at the transes, but of course, this is just my personal assessment. You're free to have your own opinion, and boy, have you let me know.
Congratulations to Stephanie for getting down to 800,000 subscribers. I've been watching them for a really long time.
Can we get an X to doubt, folks? Can we, that's a stronger jawline than even I've got.
And I thought, wow, that's way too many subscribers for them. They're getting a really big head. They need less so that they'll respond to my DMs. So here's to 800,000 more subscribers left to go. I will not rest until that number is at 0.
There it is, sipping a cocktail of its own piss.
What's so great about the spectacle of all this is that anybody with a vested interest can spin it to suit whatever story they want. Whenever I do anything someone doesn't like, they very commonly retort with, "This is the real reason you're losing subscribers."
The real reason you're losing subscribers is because you make shit stale content. No, you're a transphobe.
By my count, there are about half a dozen of these real reasons, each one tailor-made
You evil
to
Nazi!
whatever it is some chuds on Twitter took umbrage with. In the time since the last subscriber special, many people have offered their wisdom as to the reason for this phenomenon.
I mean, this is an actual man, right? Dwarfed. Scared shitless, I imagine. Just fucking terrified at what's in his company. Guy in this one's looking like an obese Jesse. Looking like Jesse didn't stop at the second McDouble.
And it is a phenomenon that makes me very special and unique. We've established this. Many have argued against my own personal take with counterpoints of their own. Some say the quality of the show has gone down, and in honesty, if they think that, that's fair.
The quality of the show has gone down. That's what every single person thinks. That's why you're losing 1,000 subs a day. For real.
I'm not saying everybody who unsubs is doing it because they're a twat. I'm talking very specifically about the clockwork pattern of 1,000 to 2,000 losses that started the day I came out. There are gonna be other reasons, and all of them subjective. The reason...
No, they didn't... They started the day you came out because you hailed that you coming out was going to be a crusade against all of those evil gamers in my audience that don't want to be schooled about capitalism or hear about crunch or hear about how Witch is evil. And Bobby Kotick on a loop. It's because you literally stood there. You stood there on a fucking crusade. You said, I'm going to go whether it brings me homelessness, strife, and poverty. I'm going to fight this crusade. That's why they all dropped off. Because they just wanted fucking video game reviews. They didn't want this.
Oh, I wonder why this happened. I didn't declare a crusade the day I came out. No, it was this, and it wasn't me. I didn't do nothing. Nazis.
That I'm putting forth has a literal exact day and date. A few people have said they stopped watching because the many episodes we had to do about workplace abuse in 2021 were distressing. Then again, some people have said the abuse stories were annoying and took the fun out of their buying games, and frankly, I think that's more an indictment on gamers than on me.
It's an indictment on you, you sick fuck, for not wanting to hear about unfounded rumours against AAA executives. It's you evil bastards, Nazis, you don't want to hear about my unfounded tweets, my unfounded bullshit salacious rumours on whoever was in my firing line that day. No, it's all because of you, not me. Thank God for me.
Of course, the old standby is still the most common. I'm too political now. Talk about capitalism too much.
Capitalism!
I've been accused of being too political since about 2019, long before the subs dropped, and it's always been hilarious considering that this show, by its very concept, inevitably has to cover political issues. It was always pretty anti-capitalist as well. The problem only...
It was always pretty anti-capitalist as well. A show reviewing video games. A show reviewing the week's release of video games was always anti-capitalist. What? A show that literally revelled in the trinkets of capitalism, those trinkets being called video games. That was apparently anti-capitalist. He was truly doing Marx's work. Come on, bro.
When I dared to actually say the C word. Now, far be it from me to hammer a point home, something I've never done before, but it is interesting to consider that the same people calling this show too political these days are the same people that think Vampire Survivors is too political. Almost as if the aggressively apolitical do have politics. They're just really shitty ones.
So what is your politics then, Jim? Beyond a half-assed screaming that capitalism is evil 5 times a video. Beyond calling everyone transphobic 30 times a video. What is actually your political philosophy? Beyond fuck Nazis and gamers are evil. What is actually the coherent philosophy that you wish to impart? Because there's nothing. There's a surface level understanding. A philosophy you've gleaned from tweets and Tumblr. What is there, Jim? Because what you're doing isn't political in any sense of the word. It don't change my mind. It don't change your audience's mind. It don't get them to reflect on, like, Harry Potter's legacy. Hogwarts Legacy, is that the new one? They still go out and buy it. So what are you actually doing, Jim?
You're apolitical, you're evil bastard Nazis. It's you that's the problem, not me.
He's turning trans. His work has been suffering from it. When he started wearing makeup and going on about being non-binary, I had to unsub.
Wearing makeup? That ain't what you call wearing makeup. That is not the verb I'd fucking apply to what you've done to your face there. That is you shoveling on some prostitute's makeup. Shoveling it on, smearing it on, hope it works. Wearing makeup.
It just got too much. He rocked up in a wig and makeup, and I haven't watched one of his videos since. I guess I'm a massive transphobe. Oh well, Kev, you are.
You are. You are. You're a massive transphobe.
I don't think so. Because the guy that wrote that probably does fap off to trannies on the nightly. I think the guy that wrote that is a man that looks exactly like this. But he's just had enough, folks. We've all just had enough of this nonsense. Constantly, every single time he uploads on a Monday, we get this.
Agree with all that and stay in my lane. He's more annoying now.
You are more annoying now.
So that's a selection of fun comments that my partner Phoenix looked for me and sent along like the loving husband they are.
These comments are all death threats. They all want to behead me.
Negligent of me to not point to another reason people have given having a mental breakdown, that I've gone insane.
Let me strawman everyone's legitimate criticisms, read from my phone some cherry-picked bullshit that I was hoping would say I would drink your blood, but didn't actually say anything of the thing. But I'm going to still mark them all off as evil Nazi transphobes who want to murder me. Let me continue holding this that I've wasted my money on because I'm penniless and I have nothing.
Is it? Tell him.
My husband.
See? A common question is, why is the phenomenon still occurring? If I came out nearly 2 years ago, surely all the folks would have fucked off.
The phones.
Good point. There are potential reasons. YouTube's algorithm doesn't push my videos and very few people get notifications about them.
It's the algorithm not pushing my videos.
Bros, is it the algorithm not pushing his videos? For real? The guy's getting 165,000 views a video. He's got 800,000 subscribers. Is YouTube really He's even verified on... They've even given him his own check mark on YouTube here. I have never missed a Jim Sterling upload purely because YouTube recommends them constantly. They're always at the top of whatever subscriber feed on whatever channel I happen to have that day. It's Jim Sterling, but he's got nothing. The algorithm's fucking him over.
In fact, almost every week I get new comments from long-time viewers who say shit like, "What happened to you? Man, why are you dressed like a woman? Dude." They always think the dude shit is so fucking...
Well, I wonder why they still call you that when you literally still call yourself Jim Sterling. No woman is called Jim. Hate to break that to you. Call yourself Steph if you want to be called she.
Besides which, regular watchers may have noted that, partly for my own sanity and partly to make a point, I've actually focused on lighter topics the past year. More on stuff people have said they wanted to see a return to, like publishers being shits. In fact, I've made a conscious effort to return to an older rota of topics. And while the episodes have had a lot of positive response, the subject continues with almost mechanical efficiency. No matter the content, no matter the subject, the phenomenon remains the same. It's completely independent of...
Can we just highlight what he said there?
The sub count diminishes with almost mechanical efficiency.
Mechanical efficiency like the Nazis did in the Holocaust. This is literally him likening this to the Holocaust. Like, bro, get some fucking perspective.
Font. The subject continues with almost mechanical efficiency. No matter the content, no matter the subject, the phenomenon remains the same. It's completely independent of those things. Basically, the question about why people are still leaving can be applied to all the reasons other people have given. Why is it still happening? If it's because it got political, why is it still happening? It's been known for about...
It's still happening, not because it got political, not because you tuned out, not because of any of the bullshit straw man arguments you've presented. It's still happening because it's shit. S-H-I-T. Shit. It's shit. It needs to stop because it's just shit. Where's the video game review, by the way? That you're promising us. That you're gaming the YouTube algorithm with. You've even hashtagged this with games. Where is that? Where is that? Where's the review? You can't just apply your BTEC capitalism studies over Final Fantasy VIII. And is this Earthworm Jim or Worms Pinball? Like, what is this? It's shit, is what it is. It's just shit.
Is that the show's political. All I know is this, there's only one constant now that I've returned to very well-received older style content. One thing that stayed the same for the past 2 years. Well, They've not so much stayed the same as gotten bigger.
Guy's even trooned out his own mouse. Guy's even literally trooned out his own fucking mouse.
Thank God for estrogen.
Ah!
Hey, Commander Sterling, just sending.
Fucking hell. By God!
You a note of congratulations for losing enough subs to be under 800,000. So, good job. Keep up the good work, and let's keep losing subs because people suck.
Now look, we've all had a lot of fun today, but I'm not going to pretend the situation isn't a shame. I could act like I ain't even mad, or like seeing so many people leave with bizarre clockwork regularity isn't affecting. Of course it is. But you know, after 2 years of it...
It's affecting me. You're all leaving and I'm alone and I have nothing and you're all Nazis. I can pretend not to seethe, but really I am seething, folks. Nazi.
I've made peace. Trolls love pointing out the losses and genuinely celebrate the milestones because they're creepy and peculiar. But it's become too normal to hurt like it did. It just is what it is. Even
it is what it is. The eternal cry of the trooned out fat fuck. It is what it is. The eternal epitaph to the trooned out fat fuck that once used to create good content but now no longer does and blames everyone else for their shortcomings. It is what it is. It is what it is, folks. It just is what it is.
Celebrate the milestones because they're creepy and peculiar. But it's become too normal to hurt like it did. It just is what it is. Even before the great unsubbening, I was talking in
the unsubbening.
Dead end YouTube was.
The unsubbercost.
The business asset is basically shithouse. It's just the place I put the show now. Since it's useless for reaching audiences, I focus more on...
My YouTube channel is useless for reaching audiences. It's useless for reaching audiences. Useless, I make nothing. This channel is unviable and shit and evil.
Why'd you keep uploading then, bitch? Why'd you upload on clockwork regularity every fucking Monday with the same bullshit? Why'd you still have 165,000 people watching you every single time you upload? And 800,000 subscribers? Even if you lost half of that, you'd still be on more than anyone in this sector is going to achieve. Even the traitor and the tard ain't going to reach 100,000 subs.
I have nothing and no one. You're all evil.
My writing, returning to written reviews, and that's been rewarding.
Oh, the written reviews of Theatre Rhythm Final Barline Vinyl Fantasy. The written fucking reviews. This is him promising where the content's really at. Akin to his go to my Gumroad, guys. That's where the fire's really at, and you're finding some 90 Day Fiancé reviews. You find him watching gay porn on Christmas Day. That's where the fire's really at. Shall we find out where the fire really is? Let's see what this is. Let's see what he's promising us, folks. Written reviews. Theatre Rhythm Final Bar Line Vinyl Fantasy Review.
I love Theatre Rhythm. I love Theatre Rhythm to a dangerously compulsive degree. As both a fan of rhythm games and an admirer of the frankly bullshit soundtracks featured across decades of Final Fantasy.
Alright. No, not one mention of capitalism or transphobia in this so far. No, not one mention yet. Nothing about Bobby Kotick being an evil sex abuser. Nothing about fucking Konami. Actually looks like it would be a decent script of a video game review, wouldn't it? You know, this makes me chuckle. It took me a little adjustment to go from the comparatively rudimentary 3DS stylus to a full suite of buttons. It was intimidating, in fact. Oh, imagine being intimidated by losing the stylus. You know, nothing, I can't see any, genuinely, if anyone can identify a line. No, this looks like it could be read aloud and he'd bring back the thousands of subscribers that he's dropped off. What is this? I strongly advise you go into the options and set your Moogle's voice volume all the way down to off. If it's allowed to talk, it will squeal useless battle updates incessantly and yell Kupo literally every few seconds. The sheer depths of that little bastard's annoyance is indescribable. Imagine getting... That's an insight into the man's mental state, isn't it? Being triggered by the Moogle in theatre rhythm. Being so fucking triggered by the Moogle. Kupo! It would be... Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is literally an insight into what he is now. But he doesn't appear to have gone into it in depth. Basically, it's true. Things would be improved with more accessibility options. It'd be more improved if the game played itself, and you didn't have any skill or ability to play, and it wouldn't be ableist if it was that. But he doesn't seem to have gone in depth on that one. So, you know what? Even though the subject matter is garbage shit, absolute trash garbage, that not even children review the intended audience of this game. It doesn't look like that would alienate his audience. That looks like he could literally read that aloud alongside video game footage of him playing the game, and he could get them all back. Instead, you've got a snippet of a screen cap of it. Go here, and this is where I'm normal. And
of course, getting to
this, it was straight back into it. Was straight back into it.
And then there is, of course, my wrestling, which has seen me become a shockingly popular babyface.
Look at him break that woman's spine. Look at him fucking break that woman's arm.
My wrestling, which has seen me become a
breaks this woman's arm. I'm going to slow this down. Literally, imagine you've got 700 pounds of Jim Sterling just flying at you in a skin-tight bodysuit. You ain't gonna live, folks. You're definitely losing whatever it lands on.
Before the great of his
fuck it, let's just play him in slow-mo for a bit.
Shit house. It's just the place I put the show now.
This 800,000 sub channel with 165,000 subs views a video is just shithouse. It's just a place I put the show now.
It's not amazing. And then there is, of course, my wrestling, which has seen...
Just broken this poor guy's back. Just broken this man of four's back. Look. She even knows she's fucked. She knows she's losing the arm. This coming at you. Imagine just being the point of... Even the ref's like, shit. We didn't expect him to be this supple. We didn't expect him to start flying around. Shit. Fucking gone. Literal. The arm is gone. Broken. Boosh. That poor bitch. Ref looks like Surfer. Ref looks like Darkside Phil. You know, this is like an 18-year-old lad. You know, his first time in the ring. He's thinking, okay, I'm tuning out slightly. I'm tuning out just ever so slightly. I mean, like a Xenia Warrior Princess thing.
But maybe he won't break my spine. No. Another arm broken. This poor bastard. Just punches the guy in the throat. Crushes his larynx. This guy's never gonna say I love you to his kids again. The ultimate indignity. Like, he's literally got the guy down with one hand, or whatever the fuck this person's supposed to be. Just with one hand. He's in a fucking dress, like a ballerina dress. Just holding him with, like, any effort being exerted at all. And he's just gonna hold his face between his, like, whatever's down there now. And just humiliate the poor bastard.
I know that. While it's fine.
Look, I mean, this poor woman's just, like, on the floor. She's already dead. He's just about to literally crush her. Just crush. I mean, she's already unconscious. She's already KO'd. And he's just gonna crush her.
There's a host
Dead.
to this
Just dead.
show. YouTube on its own. Just
How many backs and spines have you broken, Jim Sterling? How many limbs have you crushed? How many larynxes have you crushed under your pig hoof? He's literally, like, grabbing the man's legs.
isn't all that
What is this? Is this a rape? Is this a rape, folks?
useful to me? Not a long-term career thing. And
Dear me. Deary fucking me. Let's play him at normal speed and get through this. That's the great evil of Jim Sterling. How many people have been declared not fit for work through no fault of their own, purely because Jim Sterling has flown onto them, has launched themselves onto them?
on that note, like last time, I've got to thank the many people who continue to support my work through Patreon, that the core audience has never gone away, that they continue to believe in the work we do here is what's most important. I can still publish this show every week without ad revenue, without sponsorships, without paywalling content. Without that support, I'd have thrown in the towel. I'd have had to. Or at the very least start hawking Raid fucking Shadow Legends, at which point I'd have no...
Even, you hear that, Toad? You hear that, Toad McJudas? Even Jim Sterling, even current year Jim Sterling, sees shilling... He literally sees shilling Raid Shadow Legends as beneath him. Do you hear that, Toad? Even for Jim Sterling as he is now, that's the ultimate indignity. He ain't going to be inserting that into a documentary on Chris Hansen, shilling for Raid Shadow Legends. You hear that, Toad? If you're still alive, even current year Jim Sterling wouldn't stoop that low. Literally lower than a snake's belly.
credibility. I've had to transition in an industry and on a platform that's notably hostile to trans people for 2 years now.
This platform is notably hostile to trans people. Notably. Notably. I mean, that tick mark, just ignore it. It's notably hostile. 19k likes, just ignore this. Ignore the fact that... I mean, these all might be truths for all I know. There's Kraut. A critique of realism. How bizarre. Like, I'm watching this on incognito mode, by the way. I don't know how it picks this up. Unless this really is the case that you watch a Jim Sterling and it recommends a Kraut to you. A critique of realism.
Physically changing in front of an audience week by week, weathering a ton of...
Physically changing in front of an audience week by week?
Or just painting yourselves in different shades of prosy makeup week by week, wearing different shades of dog collar week by week. My physiognomy is changing. No, your physiognomy is basically the same as it always ever was. Just now you wear a fake wig. That's it.
Of awful bullshit from the people who never wanted to see it. It's been really hard to go so publicly through something so personal. And I can say this, I'm stood by it. No matter how much people want to claim I'm an entirely different person.
Fuck. Sisters. Wakanda forever. No woman, no cry.
No matter how much people want to claim I'm an
Look at him do his work for race relations here. Woke troon Jim Sterling. Look at him doing his work for race relations here. This is our next Martin Luther King, folks. This poor woman. This poor woman ain't even staring at Jim. She's just staring at his ass. She don't want that to be the last thing she sees. Just fucking destroys her.
Who mourn the old Jim Sterling. I stuck to my principles, produced the content I wanted without compromise, just like I always have. I'm proud of that. Last time I used the asinine accusation.
Now he's like strangling the bitch. Now he's already broke her spine. He's already broke the bitch's spine. Now he's like strangling the poor bitch.
Not just daily by tabloids, but on TV constantly. It was before the groomer libel, the claims that queer people are all trying to fuck kids, became a popular...
Can we just take a moment to hear what he just said there? Apparently the BBC are transphobic. The BBC? For stating a fact? Like, come on. Trans panic became pushed by not just daily tabloids, but on TV constantly. The only thing he could find was from October 21. Like, come on.
Before trans panic became pushed not just daily by tabloids, but on TV constantly. It was before the groomer libel, the claims that queer people are all trying to...
Wait, am I live? What? You're saying I went? No, I've been here the whole time. We've been covering, like, 5 minutes of the video. I don't know what to say. Just been ranting in the darkness. Ranting at a troon in the darkness. I mean, we can go back and cover all of the stuff that you've missed out on.
Kids became a popular activity in the mainstream. It was before the UK government made plans to rewrite the Human Rights Act to specifically exclude trans people. No. He wants to make it clear that sex means biological sex rather than gender. That ain't genocide, folks. This man, Rishi Sunak, does that look like a Nazi to you? Like, come on. And US legislators introduced over 150 anti-trans bills that ban us from public spaces, turn transition into a felony, and give adults the right to inspect children's genitals.
Roland Rat. That's a blast from the past there. Rishi Sunak. Roland Rat. I wonder what Roland Rat's up to nowadays.
School to root out the trans
Roland
ones, and they call us the groomers. This was before the Tories started decreeing that all trans women be put in men's prisons, knowing full well what will happen. Some of their supporters...
Roland Rat used to be live with fucking Phil Schofield, didn't he, back in the day? I forget.
forward to it. Basically, we've regressed to a really...
Roland Rat was really was the proto sector. Roland Rat.
terrifying degree.
Commander, it's me, your favorite...
It's me, fetal alcohol syndrome. In a blazer that's trimmed out.
Let's go.
Wrestler Benji. The London Gentry, me and Zeo Knox have heard the good news. We've heard the great news. You have lost another 100,000 subscribers.
No, look, I don't know if he's a troon or what. I don't know. He could just be Northern. Everyone in the North's like a fucking Skyrim NPC, what can I say? This to me looks like your classic Northern man. He has his Gregs and his spoons, his stew in his hot pot, in his whippets. Sheffield born and bred, what can I say?
These 100,000 subscribers, they're good people, they're great people, they're smart people. They're just like me. They can't stand your goods. But if you want one tip, if you want one little bit of advice from me, Benji, well, I'll give you it here. Why don't
By the way, I'm not getting a fucking word of this. Thank God I've got the subs on. Can anyone understand this E-bar gum shit?
one little bit of advice from
E-bar
me,
gum.
well, I'll give you
I
it
beat
here.
me wife
Why
and feed
don't
me
you
whippets.
allow me and Zeo to take
Greg's.
over your channel. You see, if you want that money,
Like
if
a
you want that ad
speaking in
revenue,
fucking
you
tongues
know
or
who
some
to.
shit.
The money makers, Zeo Knox and Benji. You know it makes sense.
None of us are transitioning because we casually choose to. It's not a bit.
Fuck. Fucking hell. He's just completely destroyed that family, man. Let's just take that one in. You know it makes sense.
None of us are transitioning because we
Look at it, look, watch this.
casually choose to.
Just punches the guy square in the fucking
Not
jaw.
a bit. It's not a go.
It's not a goof. This ain't a goof, guys. It ain't one. It ain't a goof. It's real. It ain't a goof. It's real.
It's not a career move. It's who we are.
I don't know. Is disabling trannies in a wrestling ring transphobic? Is crippling them for life transphobic? Because it looks to me like he's doing the Nazis' work, don't it?
And despite the setbacks, the fear and the
Break this person's back like fucking Bane.
proud of me.
Just doing it in Vera's dress. Vera, the lady that works in the local charity shop, he does it in fucking Vera's dress. Like, come on. He's dressed as fucking Doris as he's breaking the spines and crushing the limbs.
Of
Literally cosplaying is like, you know the grandma from Courage the Cowardly Dog? Cosplaying as the grandma from Courage the Cowardly Dog as he genocides all trans people in a wrestling ring. Gladiatorial style. Dressed like fucking Miss Finster from Recess. The last thing they ever see is fucking Miss Finster from Recess. With a boglin round their neck and a dog collar. Crushing their spine.
and
I'm gonna break your spine.
happy
Like,
than I ever was before. Happier than the person I'm told is missed.
none of these people are ever walking again.
The hopeless
Every single one of this is a reference for the Anglos out there. Every single one of them is on the full 12 points on the work assessment. Every single one of them is scoring the full 12. The full 12 on each part of the disability benefit application. Every single one of them is going to be driving a Motability car, folks.
Who didn't take care of themselves, who let themselves be exploited.
The guy's literally coughing up blood in the background. That ain't fake wrestling. The guy's literally throwing up his own fucking organs.
Let themselves be
He's throwing up blood.
exploited and abused by others who had given up on being happy and would
You know, even that guy hitting him with a steel chair at full force, right? Barely even, like, he has to remember to react. Guy has to remember to fucking react. The irony is that this guy is wrestling, but he's clearly, like, the strongest person that has ever stepped foot in this wrestling ring. Like, ever. This guy is going to hit him with a steel chair at full fucking force. Not even a tiz but a scratch. Like, he has to remember to react.
being happy.
Look, oh, there I go.
Just
Guy exerted all of his fucking effort, and he's still going to be flying around breaking the guy's spine in a matter of seconds.
killing time and
I'm going to break your wife's spine.
died. You mourn me as if I
You mourn me as if I've died when I feel that I have lived.
I'd have died in that ring and still lived.
died. When I feel more alive than ever.
I'm sure you feel more alive than ever, but what about the people you're disabling on the nightly, Jim? What about all those pronouns and whatever the fucks, the non-binaries you're breaking the backs of every night, Jim? The poor northern bastards that are walking into this ring. They already had nothing to begin with, now they have less.
They used to be weird to me, but I've been trans for a while now, and I got used to it. It's just how.
Does this guy really look fucking oppressed?
It's just how we're treated.
They're all trying to kill us. Well, no, you're flying in the fucking air. Innocent members of the public. Getting them the full income capacity score when they walk in for their work assessment. Fucking hell. What is that? What is that? Guy looks like, you know the newsreader from NBC? Guy looks like the newsreader from NBC. Let me find him. Do you know what I'm talking about? That newsreader from fucking NBC there. NBC. Newsreader. I'll put black in as well. Guy looks like Lester Don Holt Jr. there. Guy looks like Lester Don Holt Jr. Let's see what Lester Don Holt Jr. has to say. We'll have to, right.
Hi, Steph and Steph's followers. Pardon the sound quality here.
Pardon the sound quality here. I'm just in my fucking toilet. Here's your tribute, Troon. I'm just in my fucking toilet here. I'm not even wearing clothes. I'm about to get into the shower or some shit. Here's your tribute, bro.
Just got out of the shower after.
Just got out of the shower. The ultimate mark of disrespect. Why don't you dry yourself off, Lester Holt? Why don't you dry yourself off, Lester Holt? Put some clothes on and record a fitting tribute video to this Troon. What a poor showing.
Taking a dip in city river, the Boston City River, Charles River, following some of Steph's advice from about...
What the fuck? The guy's just had to have a shower because he's been swimming in a public river. Guy's just had to step out of the shower because he's been swimming in a public river full of feces and pollution and dead bodies. This is your mind on Jim Sterling, folks. Lester Holt, this is what you could be doing.
Years ago, where Steph...
I'm going to hear that again. Did I hear that correctly? The guy's got dysentery if he's been swimming in a public river.
Exhausted. Just got out of the shower
after taking a dip in the city river, the Boston City River. Is that what people fucking do? You wouldn't catch me swimming in the fucking Thames. Boston City River. Oh my god, it's literally filled with like three-eyed fish from The Simpsons there. This is fucked. No wonder he needed to take a shower. This is Boston City River. It's literally called a river of muddy... Help rid... Look, I don't lie. Show some love to Boston's muddy river. That's the fucking river, folks, that this guy has just decided to take a dip in. Massachusetts Department of Conservation and Recreation. The city of Boston does not maintain the river, nor perform any trash clear-ups. What the fuck? We're desperately seeking volunteers to clean it up. Guy's gonna fucking get dysentery or some shit.
Taking a dip in the city river, the Boston City River, Charles River, following some of Steph's advice from about 8 years ago, where
Steph's advice from 5 years ago. 8 years ago. Swim in the river. Get dysentery.
Advised me to become the River City Goblin, to dip my body in the brown River City, and pounce on passersby screaming goblin justice and attacking them with a knapsack full of frozen soda cans in order to make the city a safer place and up my profile. So after swimming in the river...
What a fucking superhero origin story that is. Let's get this man in the DCU, James Gunn. We've got the fucking River City Goblin. Swimming in public rivers. Literally sewage. Open sewage. And his origin story is because a troon on YouTube told him to do it. Holy fucking shit. This is like an old man as well. This is an old-ass fuck, man. It's like a grandpa doing this shit.
In order to make the city a safer place and up my profile. So after swimming in the river and trying to pounce on people for about 25 minutes, my body starts to itch and my underwear, because of course I was wearing only underwear, starts to turn brown and I need to get washed quickly. So I went to a local YMCA in order to wash my body before it corroded. So it's a little noisy here in the YMCA shower room, and you may see shower people.
Why not go home, Lester Holt, and use your own fucking shower, you cheap type fuck? Why use the homeless shelter's shower, you fucking peasant? You fucking disgrace. I'm gonna go to the YMCA shower. Use your own fucking water bill. What a piece of shit. What a real piece of shit. Oh, you know, let me take longer than I should, homeless person. Homeless queue that's just outside that door. While I perform this tribute for Jim Sterling. What a piece of shit.
Oh, look at that. Not bad. You may see some showerers in the background. But the reason I'm making this video is to congratulate Steph for finally getting under 800,000 subscribers. As you lose subscribers, it is not unlike washing the bacteria.
Guy looks like Lester Holt, but has the voice of Percy. Fucking bizarre.
The rust the muck from the river, from your body. We all are flowing through the river of life, and along the way you're going to pick up all sorts of things, some good, some bad, but losing things, cleaning yourself, getting your subscriber list cleansed, as you will, of
ethnically cleanse your chat. Fuck off.
Unwanted chaff, and I feel like I can say that now the chaff is gone, is sometimes
the chaff is gone. Well, I'm sure this chaff is going to keep fucking showing itself and keep leaving the sinking shit. I think there's still a good 500,000 subscribers of chaff left.
A more wholesome, full life with the people who really get you.
The people who really get you. The people who really get... Well, battery's running low. I better plug the charger in. Bear with me. Bear with, folks. Let's find this fucking charger. I didn't expect it to go this long. How long have you been going? 96 minutes? Okay. Where the fuck is the charger? Aha. Are we back on? I don't think we're back on. 1 second. I think it's got like 15 seconds of life left. Okay, we're plugged in. We're plugged in. Is this charging? Can someone tell me? Does that mean it's charging or what? Is it going to die on me? Okay, I heard it beep anyway, so fuck it. You know, these are the people that really get you, Jim. The people that really get... Let's just go to a random one, shall we? Liberty Starship. I'm a recent subscriber with a trooned out emoji. What I love about your content is that you see the big picture. You make connections. You consider timelines. You correct your mistakes. This guy literally hasn't watched a fucking frame of Jim Sterling. You're empathetic and funny. Like, come on, bro. Kafia says this channel just gets better and better. Let's see what Kafia's got going on. What Kafia's fucking watch list is. And let's do that to this. Kafia's got 5 subscribers. Subscribed to no other channels. Has been at it since January 2016. People in this chat have found that troon emoji. Like, that is some achievement. Give yourself a pat on the back. Nico, guy who really gets Jim Sterling. I don't remember how I found you, but you've been great. Happy anniversary. Nico, this is Nico's channel, by the way. Does he ever go live? He goes live every fucking night of the year. Let's hear what Nico's got going on. It's a commentary-less Let's Play. This is what you have, Jim Sterling. This is what you have left. The people that really get you. People that really get you. People that really get you, Jim Sterling. Like... I'm just happy to see you being true to yourself. You look great, Steph. Is this person blind? Is this person blind? Shall we find out? Right. Okay. They're literally doing Kino Dogme. They're filming their laptop here. It's laptop filming Inception. I don't know what this means apart from being schizophrenia. Don't quite know what's going on. Maybe the description will give me some insight. Nothing. With no comments. Don't know what that one meant.
Don't know what the fuck the esoteric message behind that was. But that's a man that really gets you, Jim. Shall we go to the end of this and fucking wrap it up?
A lot of people were celebrating that was the video.
So we last left off with Lester Holt swimming in the public river. Now we're here.
Godzilla figures. Yeah, I've got a Trendmasters 1991 Alien Hunter Bendy.
I've wasted all my money on shit, on garbage shit. I'm penniless and have nothing because of the evil capitalists.
So that's worthless.
All of my trinkets are worthless. I've actually wasted my whole life.
There you have it. Another 100k down. Can't wait.
By the way, what's coming up? Echo Ven, what's coming up is going to make you shit your pants, bro. Eco Ven, just take a moment to have a sit. Maybe take a glass of whiskey or some shit and just steady your nerves for what's coming up.
Until the next special. Some fans of J.K. Rowling, by the way, and just...
J.K. Rowling is evil! She wrote Harry Potter, literally the Bible of Troons everywhere, but she's evil!
Explained how Hogwarts Legacy helps a transphobic fascist. A lot of people were celebrating that was...
No, I want us all to do a wellness check on what's coming up. Ecoven, there's a wellness check coming. So just bear with, bro. Bear with.
Video that finally knocked me down. I'm pretty proud of that. In fact, considering the subject matter, I think it's pretty fucking appropriate that video was the one. I didn't want to do 2 episodes in a row.
Ecoven thinks it's just that because he's wearing a corset, but his belly can't be contained. Ecoven thinks he's heard... Ecoven thinks... This guy thinks that he's met the challenge and overcome it. No. There is a trial. There is a trial of will.
Focused on trans stuff, but you know what? I think it worked out quite
Is Ecoven going to hear that bell? Is he going to hear that bell for what's coming up? Or is Ecoven going to stand tall at the end of it, saying, I ain't heard no bell. I have not in fact heard that bell.
Speaking of working out quite nicely, we'll have another video next week. Thank God for me. You know, we really could have done with, like, more glitz and glam. It was a little last minute. I'd have liked some cavorting clowns, maybe. That would have been nice.
Ecoven Bros, is he still with us in this corporeal realm? Can someone revive him so we can watch more of this? Ecoven Bros, have you heard that bell?
Hello, come on, be Starface. Hello, Lenny. I've been told on the 12th, I think. I've been told, and you lose 100 subscribers. Oh, really good job.
Is Ecoven passing the trial of the trooned out juggalo? Is he gonna pass that trial? It's it's Meth Holiday 2023, folks, giving his tribute to Jim Sterling.
I gotta do some pie tricks to make you feel. Oh. Ah. Oh. Yeah. Ah. And over. Smoking.
I mean, I wish he lit the spliff in the same clip that he held the gas bottle. That's all I'm gonna say, folks. That's all I'm gonna say. This, by the way, this is your legacy, Jim. This is your legacy, Jim. This is your legacy. Ikevan, if you're still with us, if the audience have resuscitated you so you could still be with us for this moment, Juggalo trooned out Meth Holiday ain't Meth Holiday at all. This is actually Jim Sterling's husband. And there's Jim Sterling protruding from the doorframe. With that in hindsight, can we just watch and see what the guy is doing? This is what Jim Sterling flew to the UK for. This is what he's living with. It looks like, oh fuck. Is it Kim Basinger in Batman 1989? Who the fuck is it? Is it Kim Basinger in Batman 1989? You know when she gets jokered? Am I thinking of Kim Basinger? No, I'm not. I'm thinking, you know when the women get jokered in Batman 1989? And they do the bat dance through the museum? And Joker's like, with the statues. That's the cosplay, folks. These people are about to fucking start some serial killings, that's all I can say. Hang on. I'm going to see if this is correct. Bear with me, folks. Real Kino's coming. We might get copyright struck, but I no longer care.
Follow me, guys. I'll find us a shortcut. Come on, sir. Don't wombat it.
I hate those fucking meerkats, by the way. Lawrence?
Let's broaden our minds.
Let's broaden our minds, Lawrence.